Put your hands up if you know what the swap rate is. I hope you do. Right. The Bank of England's base rate is not what lenders lend on. Okay? They borrow money from each other on something called a swap rate. It used to be called LIBOR. All right? And at the moment, so they buy a chunk of money from one lender, from another bank, and they lend that out. Now, the base rate, the 5-year fixed rate today is 3.529, whereas the base rate is 5.25. So that is why you're seeing interest rates on buy-to-lets a lot lower than the base rate at the moment. It's because they're borrowing money, 5-year fixed, as I say, 3.52, they lend it out, and by lending it out at different, they can lend it out at 4%, they're still going to make money. But so but you all say, well, why can't we all borrow the money at 3.529? Well, the reason is they borrow millions of pounds off of each other, billions probably, off each other. Now, the way to compare it is if you've got Tesco's and you've got a man in the corner shop and he wants to buy, I don't know, toilet roll. He's only going to buy 100 rolls. They'll buy 100 million rolls. So they get it a lot cheaper than the man on the corner. And it's the same scenario with these. So they're borrowing it at 3.52%. They can afford to lend it out, make their money, and go on. So it's the swap rates that control it. Now, as an example, this was done on Tuesday, okay? So the 5-year fixed rate was on Tuesday 5.38, so it's gone down again since Tuesday. Back in December, it was 3.999. So it's telling us that at the moment, the long-term projections, say for 5 and 7 years, is that rates are going to come down. And that's why they can borrow the money at those levels. To give you an idea, in the middle of July last year, the swap rate, 5-year swap rate, was 5.95. So since July, it's come down over 2.5%, yet the base rate hasn't. So it's the swap rates you should be watching. Okay, is that everyone all right with that? Okay, now we're going to move on to the products. Out of interest, just to get a bit of understanding, when you look for a term product, can you put your hands up if you look for whether you look for the interest rate first? Yeah? Anyone look at what rate you're looking at? Do you look for rate first or arrangement fees first? If you look at rates, can you put your hand up? All right? If you look at the arrangement fees, can you put your hand up? Right, so everybody's rate driven. This is one lender, I won't name them, they're offering, again, this was done Tuesday, so the rates, this was done last 10 days ago, and rates have changed since then. This lender's offering the same 3 products for the same property. So we've got the first one, which is 5.99, with only a 3% arrangement fee. Middle one, 5.59, with a 5% arrangement fee. And the final one, 5.19, with a 7% arrangement fee of £12,600. So out of those 3, what I'll ask is, who would take option 1? Okay, that's arrangement fees. Option 2. Okay, 1. Option 3. Not a lot of people lending here. Yeah. So no one to take any of these. Now, if you were taking one of the 3, so you've got to take one of the 3, all right? So who would take option 1? All right, so you're driven by the arrangement fees. Option 2? Okay. 1 there, middle ground you've gone for. Option 3? Some still aren't buying. Right. So the thing to look at, if you're interested in cash flow, it's option 3. So although it's the higher arrangement fee, the interest rate is lower, you're better off monthly. And you pay back less over 5 years. Now, can anyone tell me what the downside of that one is?
The rate goes down or anything?
No, it's fixed. It's 5-year fixed.
The cost is higher initially. The initial cost is higher.
Yes, sort of. One more? Yep. If we go back, your mortgage balance is higher. And that's not going down. So that's the only thing you need to bear in mind. I'm not saying there is no right answer. As I say, it's better for cash flow. You're better off overall for cash flow. But you're worse off for your mortgage balance, which won't go down. So you're also paying interest on the higher balance. All right? And at the moment, in the advertising of mortgage rates, you're seeing a lot of headline rates. This is why I'm explaining it to you. You're seeing a lot of headline rates, but you need to delve in and look at the arrangement fees. If you're not that worried about arrangement fees, some are offering. There are some arrangement fees up to 10%, but the rate is lower. Can anyone tell me another advantage of using option 3? Well done. If it was on a higher loan advance, say we're borrowing 600,000, say we got a property of 600,000, and the rent was £1,000, you will get more loan advance on option 3 than you would on option 1 and 2, because although it's a higher arrangement fee, which is not part of the rental calculation, the loan advance is because it's a 5-year fixed or above, 5, 7, or 10 years. The rental is calculated on the pay rate. So that will get you a higher loan advance than the other two if you're looking at rental calculations. Yeah, so that's another thing. So if you're looking at headline rates, you're looking at a low rate, but you're looking at a big arrangement fee, and you think, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not paying that. But then you go on a higher rate and a lower arrangement fee, you might have to put more money in day one. So that's where the advantage of this comes in. But the negative of it is you owe more money at the end. So these are the things that you have to take into account when you're doing all your preparations.